Okay, Bears fans, 2nd and 10. 10 seconds left in this game. The Bears are up 6 right now, 33-27. The whole season, our playoff hopes hangs in the balance right here in this Minnesota game. They have the ball at about the 40 right now. They might have 2 chances at the end zone. But let's all witness this together. 3 on the play clock. Cousins snaps it. They're throwing sideline. Oh, he only got 1 foot in. No, okay. Jefferson only got 1 foot in there. 7 seconds left. I think they have 1 heave to the end zone. Maybe 2 if they get lucky. From the 40. Come on, guys. Oh, never mind. They're going to call that back. I think he got his toe in there. I think he got his 2nd foot in there. That's going to get reviewed, isn't it? Ah, great. Okay, I'll cut you to the next play right now. Okay, so that was ruled a catch. Ball is at about the 33, I want to say. Vikings are going to get 2 shots at the end zone here. Oh my gosh. These Bears, they like to make it down to the wire. Cousins, come on, we got pressure on him. Winds it up, going to the end zone. No! Yes! Please say no flags. Intercepted. McManus. That's the game. That's the game. Please don't throw any flags. There's no flags down. Yes, sir. That is the end of the game. Bears keep their playoffs hopes alive. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Touchdowns to Home Runs NFL Chicago Bears postgame show. Bear down, baby. Bear down, because the Chicago Bears are still in the playoff hunt. 7-7 now. It all comes down to us and the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals go on to play the Eagles today. Let's cheer for the Eagles. We need a win from the Eagles today. And then I'm pretty sure the Cardinals also go on to play, they play either the Seahawks or the 49ers or the Rams. They play one other divisional opponent or something like that. But a Cardinals loss here would be absolutely huge for us. 7-7 for the Chicago Bears. It feels good, baby. The offense, man, I've been saying this ever since, I can't remember what week it was, but when our losing streak started, I said, if we were able to score 28 points a game, I'm telling you that this team would be a playoff team. And guess what? The last couple of games where we have scored a big margin of points against Houston, against Minnesota, this team is winning ball games. And our defense isn't even playing at that elite level that we're used to them seeing. They did make some huge stops. One there late in the 4th quarter, stopped them on a 4th and 1. Absolutely huge play to get us the ball back. We get a field goal out of that, and then Minnesota goes and has a chance to go and score. But obviously, we get the interception at the end there. Just an amazing win. It just feels good. Even though it was really close at the end, that was a must-win game to keep our playoff hopes alive. And we came out of Minnesota with a win. Mitch Trubisky today, 15 for 21, 9.6 average, 202 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. That 1 interception, that was the most forced throw I've ever seen. That was not a good decision. But other than that, Mitch Trubisky has been playing some really good football recently. And I know it's hard for me to say because I'm the guy who was out after Mitch Trubisky for every single game he had. But he actually played pretty decent today. David Montgomery, man, this guy is playing so good the last couple games. He's been rushing the ball so well. I told you, as long as the offensive line can create him holes. I had people arguing with me on this channel that David Montgomery sucks. It doesn't matter that the O-line is bad. David Montgomery's just a bad running back in general. I said, no, I'm telling you, if you get David Montgomery the holes, if you get him the opportunities to make big plays, he's going to go out there and he's going to do it. And what has he done the last 2 games? He's rushed for over 125 in both of those games. 32 carries, 146 yards for 2 touchdowns in this game for David Montgomery. And then receiving, he had 1 reception for 16 yards. Allen Robinson, man, best wide receiver in the NFL. I'm telling you, 4 receptions, 83 yards. Mooney had 4 receptions, 49 yards for 1 touchdown. Jimmy Graham had 2 receptions, 25 yards, no touchdowns. And after that, it wasn't really anyone else. Mitch ran for 8 carries for 34 yards. But this team, man, a guy named Bilal Nichols, this guy has been on fire. I don't know what he's been on the last couple of games, but he has been absolutely key for getting pressure on the quarterback. I'm pretty sure he picked up a couple sacks against the Texans. He did the same today. I'm pretty sure he had 1.5 or something like that. Bilal Nichols, he only had 1, but I remember there was an assisted sack between him and Mack. I guess I didn't count that for him. Bilal Nichols has been on amazing the last couple games. Brent Urban, he picked up half a sack. Khalil Mack did. Robert Quinn finally got a sack. He hadn't had one since the first week of the whole season. The guy that we let go was Leonard Floyd to be able to pick up Robert Quinn, and Leonard Floyd's having a career year over in LA. So it's good that Robert Quinn is at least doing something for the Bears now. Interceptions, you had McManus obviously get the one at the end, and that was it. It was just a good, fun game to watch. I'm telling you, when this Bears offense gets rolling, we win ball games. All we have to do is score over 28 points and we will win every single game. I tell you. I don't know how much more clear I need to make that if the Bears score over 28 points, the Bears are going to be a very dangerous team because we have the defense to be able to be good. And when the offense gets going, when we're able to give the defense a breather, this team is very, 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 very special. Jaguars next week. And then the week after that, of course, the big game against the Packers. 2 must-win games. We cannot drop one of those or else we are in trouble for our playoffs. Our playoff hopes are basically done. If we drop one of those games, our playoff hopes are over. You could kiss the playoffs goodbye, but we still have a chance. We have a chance. We just got to go beat the Jaguars. One of the worst teams in the NFL, should be able to take care of business now, but it's going to be that big Packers game at home that is going to do it for us. Let's take a look at the splits in this game. The team stats, first downs, Bears had 23, Vikings had 26. Third down efficiency, Bears were 500, exactly 50% for 6 for 12. Vikings were 4 for 11. That was a big reason why the Bears were so good. And another big stat on why the Bears were able to come out with a win in this game. 0 for 2 on fourth down for the Minnesota Vikings. Absolutely huge for the Bears. The Vikings beat us on total yards. It was fairly even. 397 for the Bears, 407 for the Vikings. But the Vikings still beat us. Passing, they had more passing yards. They had 249 while we had 198. Rushing, we beat them in rushing, 199 to 158. Penalties, we had 4 penalties for 36 yards. And Minnesota had a very, very clean game. 1 penalty for 5 yards. I'm pretty sure that was an offside when we were in the red zone at some point. But other than that, really, really clean game from Minnesota. 1 turnover for each team, so the turnover battle was even. And time of possession, the Bears won. They had it for 32 minutes, 59 seconds, and the Vikings had it for 27 minutes, 1 second. The game against the Jaguars next week, we cannot, yes, the Jaguars are a terrible team, but look at that. They got Robinson, James Robinson, who's probably going to win Rookie of the Year if it's not Justin Jefferson, who's been on already. That team, Jacksonville, has shown that they can compete with some of the good teams. We cannot overlook this game because if we overlook this game and we're already looking at that Packers game for the last game of the season in Soldier Field, that's where we start to get the threat where we lose that game and then the playoffs are over because we lose the game to Jacksonville. We need to focus on next week and next week only. The Packers game comes after we win the game next week. So that's something I really want to emphasize. In practice, no one can think about that Packers game. Everyone needs to be focused on this Jaguars game because I do not want the season to end and our playoff hopes to end on a loss to Jacksonville. That will look terrible. I just don't want it to happen. So we definitely have the team to be able to run the brakes off of Jacksonville. Jacksonville's not a good team. We could go out and score a lot of points in this game, get the defense to have a very good performance. They do have a good rushing game, but passing game, we should be able to lock them down. Just go out there, do your thing, Chicago, and you will come out of TII Bank Stadium with a win. I'm pretty sure that game is in Jacksonville. Yes, it is in Jacksonville. 1 o'clock on CBS, and then the next week, that is going to be on December 27th. We have a Friday night game on Christmas. That is between the Vikings and the Saints, and then we have a couple Saturday games. I forget who. And then we got Bears, Jaguars Sunday, and then the next week, the following week, on January 3rd, in the new year, the first game of 2021 for the Bears, we take on the Packers on Fox. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I appreciate it. Like down below, comment anything about the Chicago Bears, subscribe, and thank you for watching, and come back next time.